Hello, today I'm gonna bring the new video for you guys how to prepare for TFL SERU test from the TPH handbooks. There is a many way you need to do a practice, but I'm gonna highlight some few points like a time management, exam preparation, solve more questions, and do not get panic. Why is the time management is so important? There is a reason behind it because I have got the review from the driver who already been in the test, and they mentioned some of them missed like a 5 question, some of them missed 6 questions, some of them missed 3 questions. So make sure you exactly divide the 3 portion of the test. Like total time is 45 minutes, 37 questions, 20 question is the MCQs, 15 question is a drop in place, and 2 questions is the reading. After the reading the paragraph you can give the answer. So make sure you finish the test within the given time. Let's find out how to revise the TPH handbook with the attentions. For the mock test, you can visit www.seruonlinetest.co.uk. There is a mock test available. You can purchase if you like. And for the TPH handbook, there is a 10 sections. From the section 1 to section 10, you need to read properly from the start to the end. Basically, the TPH handbook give you the highlights of the safeties, the licensing, and specifically the licensing regulations and the private hire regulations, safety questions, and these all section consist of the manual is consist of the most of the safety questions, and they want to see your skills of reading and writing as well. So how to prepare for the SERU test? Let's do it together. And first of all, what we need to do it to just go to the TFL website, and I'm personally going to the TFL website to bring it the TPH latest handbooks. So if you go to the start page, you're gonna see the same 10 sections. They sometimes do improve, like update all the time if they do changes and the safety, so they updated the TPH handbook as well. So now let's go to this SERU, the first section, London driver licensing. Okay, if you start reading from the first part of the TPH handbooks, you can see there is a mention, like I just highlighted, carry out bookings. So you see they use the bookings, not booking. So it always be monitor this kind of the S, where they use the S, where they use the second form of the sentences, where they use the first form of the sentences. You need to highlight it, and you see here you need to memorize it. How old are you? How like specifically people is eligible after the 18 year, but for the PCO license you need to be have the 3-year-old license. So here you can see they take the question from the handbook. You must be age 21 or older when you apply for your license. There is no upper age limit. So they taken the question from the TPH handbook. That's what you need to memorize the question. And the second part of the same, you need to do like a 3 MCQs questions, 17 MCQs questions, sometimes 20 MCQs question is coming from the same TPH handbook. Now I'm here highlighting another one. So you see here the driving license that is at least 3. You must hold a 3-year driving license to apply for the PCO license. Earlier, like I mentioned, when you become 18-year-old, so you need to wait for 3 years to get 21, then you can apply for the PCO license. If you do not holding a 3-year-old license, you cannot apply for the PCO license. Okay, so now just please focus on the other part of the exams. So see, I'm just highlighting to memorize. Like see here, you must have the right to work and to live and work in the UK. If you do not have the right to work, you cannot apply for the license. And here disclosure and bearing services, DBS. Why I mentioned purposely this one, because the CRB you can get only through the TFL providers. So this is the officially TFL provider disclosure and bearing service from the TFL. So that may become an exam, so I highlighted purposely for you guys to understand. Okay, now let's focus on how they use the specifically the second form of the sentences and the first form of the sentences, and I will highlight for you guys to understand the best things. If you just take out the printout for the whole, like, TPH handbook and start reading from first section to the till to the 10 sections, and do highlight some areas like the second sentences they used it. Like yesterday, one friend, he's a driver, he went for the SERU test, and uh, he told me today in the morning, he said that he got like questions, and he used the spelling mistakes by purpose. So sometimes they use the spelling, sometimes use the grammars. Like here you can see is a center approved, so use the second form of the sentences, not approve. So that's how you need to look to the sentences. Like they'll mention the see the test is held and a center approved by TFL. Even they can use by TFL, may be approved of TFL. If they put the sentence like a drag and drop question, so they can use by, of, and, so to make you confuse which one gonna fit and the right one. So you need to be specifically focused on such kind of the questions. That's why the people is time running out when they are sitting down in exams. But it's not that much hard, but just need to focus on it. Honestly speaking, if you read wisely and just take a highlighter with you and start focus from the one first section till to the 10th section, it's very easy to pass it. And if you read properly from the first section to the 10th section, it's not that much hard. You just need to highlight it the very common areas. Specifically, if you see here, your English language and reading will be derived from the safety, equality, and regulatory understanding assessment. You see, derived from the safety, equality, and regulatory understanding assessment. So they can use the second form like from, of, and you can make you confuse like form of the safety, equality, and regulatory understanding assessment are form. So that's why in the second, now you see if your application is approved, so here use the second form of the sentence like approved, approve, approved. So you should be always keep in mind, so read 2 3 times the sentence to understand where exactly word you can use it. Maybe they can use like approve, the spelling mistake as well. AWPROVED, AWPROV. Maybe they're missing the E, so you need to sometime memorize the spelling as well. But it's very simple. If you read 2 times, is hopefully you're gonna pass the test. But if you're a slow learner, then you need to read 3 4 5 times to understand every section. So it's a totally, I think it's 41 pages. It's not that much. It's very easy, but just go through thoroughly from the first section to the 10 sections. And if you just go to this base section, so it's just clearly mention your name, your license number, the expiry date. And here I'm highlighting by the purpose for you to just read properly from the first section to the second last sections, because you can see can clearly be seen by other people. So why I'm highlighted that one, seen is the third form, so they use the seen by other people. So it's not people, it's the people. So that's how you need to like specifically memorize things like this. And if you don't need to memorize, you just need to read twicely to do not do mistakes, specifically and the grammatically mistake. If you do the grammatically mistake, it's gonna cut down your marks from the exam. Thus, I just covered the MCQs part, so how you gonna just look to your test. And this is the second part of the test, is the mock test drop and place. So is the first question. You can see I already put the answer. Before starting any journey, you should make sure you have a clear view and through the windscreen and windows of your vehicle, and that no device as synagogue reduce or obstruct your views. So that question, you can see I already put the answer any through reduce. So mappy and the wrong answer, they put the reduced any's through off. So they use the different other three words. So I didn't mention the other three words, but I put here is the right one. If that same question they taken from the TPH handbook as well, so they taking the TPH handbooks, some of the words they putting by purpose the spelling mistakes. Some of them they using like this one, like this. If you read this one is I have taken from the TPH handbook. Basically, if you go online on their side, they give these examples. You see the downward they mention carefully and best, careful. See, they mentioned twice the carefully and careful. And handbook, they used handbooks and handbooks. So see, and they specifically they use the two words twice because to make you confused to understand where you can use the careful and carefully. I just write down for you. So this answer here is right one because I do not put the wrong answer here. But I'm gonna show you in the last slide where you're gonna put the wrong answer when you fill the blanks specifically for the drop and place questions. And you need to put the right one and like I put here any through and reduce. So, and the wrong one you need to put in the incorrect box. And there's another my video is I posted on this channel, so you can watch where you can read about it. Like this is just I was bring it back for you to read carefully again. Use only like I mentioned. See, must not allow any other person to use it. So that's kind of the word they're taking of booking. See, is S is extra. So that's kind of the word they're taking from the same TPH handbook and make them as like a drag and place questions. Standards. See the standard, you must meet the DVLA Group 2 medical standards. Here you can see to get your license to be a PHV drivers, as mentioned standards. So they can use in a questionnaires like a standard and standards. So they make you confused. The standard you must meet the DVLA group 2. So the if you write down the standard, do not put standards. So it means that you make mistake and you the question will be wrong. So for that purpose I just highlighted here to understand where you can use grammatically right question in your exam. For the focus point, just I can advise, please read twice or three times. If a good reader, just read two times. If you is a slow reader, just read like 5 to 6 times. So you will be understand all the area of the TPH handbook. So see, this is the third question. Like I mentioned, the first question I explained. So the answer is already given here. Yourself, perhaps, and takings. So this is the right answer I already given here for you to understand. So these three questions are taken from the TPH handbook. So because just for the purpose to you understand, they are taking the same drop and place question from the same TPH handbook, but you just need to I'm revising again and again to read the TPH handbook properly, you will be easy for you to understand. See, this is the kind of, see, the right answer I already like show you earlier in the slides. So there I was given in the blinks. Here you need to put the right answer on the top of that, and the incorrect you need to put on the second option. You see here, careful, handbooks, booked, and it means it's a careful handbook. So see, they use the word twice. The one is carefully, one is the careful. So that's by purpose they want to make you confused. So here is like the same blinks, and that one is the, see, the right one now. So the right one they already put is the first one is the best, handbook, carefully. So the carefully I need to drag him and the other one. So the wrong one I put in the other side. You see, handbooks, careful, and best. So you see these three words, if you look here, they use the words one, careful, carefully, handbook, handbooks. So that's what you need to recognize, where you gonna put the right word in the right place. So if you do not understand where you're gonna put the right word on the right place, so maybe you lose the mark. So thanks for watching the video. Any question, please comment for a help. I'm available. I'm gonna come back to you with the help. And if you like to do a practice, just go online, www.seruonlinetest.co.uk. You will do the mock test. Thank you.